Austin, what we got going on here?
I'm mapping out AI influencer travel app. It's that minimal viable product that I can use AI to bridge the gap between what your goals are for your family trip, your surprise engagement, whatever that experience is. We're going to use AI to personalize that itinerary for you. So that's the goal. Let's see what we can do.
This guy, Austin Distel, built an AI influencer travel app, minimum viable product in one day with AI to code the entire thing for him. He's not a coder. He built this app from an idea he had in his head for a problem he wanted to solve. He documented his journey in our one-day Gen AI University hackathon.
So first step of the day, I'm going to map out like what are the small rocks that could end up leading to a great first MVP experience. What's that minimal viable product that I can use AI to bridge the gap between what your goals are for your family trip, your surprise engagement, whatever that experience is. And we're going to use AI to personalize that itinerary for you. So that's the goal. Let's see what we can do.
Yes. I called Fred.
Yes.
Hey guys, so Austin Distel. I was on that early team at Jasper and helped them basically go from 0 to 1.5 billion valuation in 12 months, getting us to our first 100,000 users. Been using OpenAI since 2000 when it was just GPT-2, and it would just pretty much autocomplete your sentences. I have been on a 12-month sabbatical. Basically, I took off in December of last year. And so for the last 12 months, got married, traveled for a bit, moved out here. And now I started to realize over the past year that like the way that we book travel is broken. And as a travel planner myself, like I like to think about my 30 days in Bali and I want to know what are the best restaurants, what hotel should I stay at based on my Amex points, so on and so forth. And I believe that the way that I've curated my really romantic trips, or I curate all my friends' bachelor parties, I have this standard of just the best, most unique experiences. And look at travel influencers like the Bucket List family, or one of my best friends went to every country in the world, 197 countries. So when I talk with them, I'm like, dude, how did you get to North Korea? What did you do when you were there? And taking the way that he travels, but then personalizing it for the way that I want to travel with my wife, or if I do a solo trip, takes a lot of brain power. But I know that AI could be the bridge. I want to travel like the Bucket List family, but maybe I want to do it my way in this. And so if I could create a marketplace app that just somebody's social media profile of all of the trips they've been on, they personalizes that into an itinerary for me based on my preferences, that would be magical. I think it would save me at least 20 hours per trip. And I go on a few trips a year. And I think that there's a lot of time saved. I think that this is a problem that most people probably face, that if you are somebody that likes investing in travel, this is going to be an amazing app for you. And then for people that are organized, how can you take all of your confirmations from your email, put it into an itinerary that is your pamphlet that you probably used to print off when you were like 20 years ago? Like just have that book of all of your receipts of where you're going to stay, all of your flight confirmations, all of your experiences and restaurant reservations all in one. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. It is the AI bridge for content creators and travelers to come together to build the most amazing travel experiences in one app. Today, I'll be exploring OpenAI's new operator system and looking for ways that I can send it to profiles, blogs, and other places to curate travel plans based on my preference. So that's my big rock of the day.
This is the part 1 recap of our AI hackathon this past weekend at my house in Austin, Texas, where a group of entrepreneurs got together and we used the latest disruptive AI tools to solve a problem in our business or in our life. I think that we're in a golden age in AI right now, and this is a beautiful time to be alive as a visionary because you have great ideas and you want to turn them into reality. So I've been thinking about this AI travel app for a little while. And over the course of the weekend, we took my grand ideas, broke them down into small parts using ChatGPT o1 Pro and the new operator. We took all of my travel trip plans and turned them into a travel AI concierge app. And look, I don't know how to code, but I can copy and paste. So I pulled from my senior developer ChatGPT. I took what it said in the code. Literally, look at this. It created the code. I put it over here into the app. I paste it, save. I go to my trips, and now look at this. Here's Iceland right there. I turned this into this over the course of a weekend using ChatGPT. And I'm making this short video series to empower the visionaries, the entrepreneurs, the idea people to turn their dreams into reality using AI tools, because I believe that greatness is coming soon for you. This is the part 2 recap of the AI hackathon we had this past weekend, where a group of entrepreneurs came together to solve a problem or build something with AI over the course of 8 hours. Maybe seeing this approach will inspire you to build something too. In the first hour, we took our big idea and we made a plan. We whiteboarded all the different ways we could approach solving this problem and figured out what AI tools might be best suited. We then broke that plan down into small rocks. And when I was in YC, we had this idea about MVP, a minimal viable product, something so small, but actually solves the problem. And it doesn't need to be pretty. It can be ugly. It doesn't need to be scalable. It's just for you. And it's going to solve a problem. And if you like how it solved the problem, maybe others will too. So I took my idea of an AI travel app and I broke it into its small pieces. And over the course of 8 hours, I turned things from the backlog, work in progress, and then eventually done. You would be amazed at how much you can get done on a Saturday with AI tools and a great community around you. Part 3, I'm going to go and show you the different tools I used, mostly o1 Pro and Operator, and how I turned my itineraries that were scattered all over the place into a travel app. And remember, I'm a creative type. I don't know how to code, but ChatGPT wrote all of this. So stay tuned for part 3. This is the part 3 recap of the AI hackathon we had this past weekend, where we used AI to build something awesome in 8 hours on the Saturday. So what I'm building here is a travel app. I'm using ChatGPT o1 Pro to code the entire app to be my senior developer, because I don't know how to code at all. But my travel plans are all over the place. I take my notes of friends' recommendations of places to go and things to do. I sometimes organize it in Google Sheets with all my flight information just to try and keep it in one place. I have my reservations like booking.com. So I need to collect all of these in one place using AI to then create an itinerary. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Step 1, copy and paste all my travel plans. This is the MVP, just copying and pasting text, but in the future, we'll retrieve things. And I say, generate the JSON file to make this a clean and pretty itinerary. After a few minutes of thinking, then I just copy and paste what it gave me. I put it into the console and bam, I have something. But I'll be honest, it didn't look exactly how I wanted it the first time, so I went back and forth. I gave it feedback on the logic. I said, here's how I want it designed. Here's the categories we need. And I just voiced my vision to make it better. Sometimes the code would error out. And so I literally would just take a screenshot and I said, fix it. And it did. It would just come back with better code. Stay tuned for part 4, where Operator will go to other websites on my behalf. This is part 4 of the AI hackathon recap. Now I'm using the ChatGPT operator to go and browse the internet on my behalf to do tasks. This task I wanted to do is go to Travel Advisor, look for my bookings and gather all the information about things I booked for my trip to Paris. Logged in to TripAdvisor, then it found my New Year's Eve trip, gathered all the things that I have saved and all the things that I have booked, and retrieved it, giving me that list right here. Also went into my email, got my flights from Paris by simply typing in the search bar, flight confirmation to Paris, and retrieved all of that information. I watched it like a Tesla with no hands on its own, go and find all of my hotels here at booking.com and then just retrieve them. So around hour 5 of the hackathon, I got a little bit better at prompting it to create better looking code. So here's below is my trip to Paris with all the notes. I want to SEO optimize. I want an Apple-like design experience, so on and so forth. And then it generated the code. I copied and pasted that into here. And look at this. It created my entire itinerary for my trip to Paris all in one place. In the next video, I'm going to show how the AI travel concierge created and generated this trip from scratch based on my personal preferences. Stay tuned. This is part 5 and the final piece of the recap of the AI hackathon this past weekend here in Austin, where we built something really cool with AI in under 8 hours. My idea was to create an AI travel concierge that would pull in all of my past flights, bookings, reservations, build trip itineraries, and put it into an app. I don't know how to code. ChatGPT did all of this work for me. Now that it knows all of my past trips, I wanted to create a persona of who I am to now generate my upcoming 1-year anniversary. I asked it to build me a travel persona of who I am, and it nailed it. It understands that I often depart out of Austin, so that's my home airport. I like 7 to 10-day stays. I love spas. I like sightseeing. I like good restaurants. It created this code, which I will copy now and paste over here, and check this out. It created me my wedding anniversary trip with direct flights. And this is so freaking cool. It understands the way that my wife and I travel, and it just saved us how many hours of work. So if you like this kind of thing, if you like tinkering, if you're an entrepreneur that's a visionary, but you need help getting together with a group of people to build something really cool, let me know in the comments the next place that we should host an AI hackathon like this. I hope you got inspired and you build something awesome with AI.
If you like this content, let us know what you found helpful and useful. Share this and like this so that we know that you dig it, because this is why we make these videos for YouTube. So let us know, and I will see you in the next video.